Cattle have been a staple of the Florida landscape for hundreds of years.
I didn't know that. As our Brad Davis reports tonight, a large group of people on horseback will ride across the state to honor those who used to herd the cattle.
We're reliving the past.
For generations, it was cattle that kept life moving for many Floridians.
That was the main source of food. In the pioneer days, that's what they had to raise those cows to survive.
About 200 years ago, ranchers would gather about 1,000 head of cattle and go on a grueling month-long trek.
In the early 1800s, all the way up to 1931, the cows were pushed across the state from Fort Pierce to Ponderosa, which is south of Sarasota.
Now, Osterling and nearly 200 other participants will ride on horseback for 6 days in the 27th annual Cross-State Ride on the Florida Cracker Trail.
The Florida Cracker Trail is about Florida history. We ride these horses across the state. We're reenacting what these men did back in the old days to have to push these cows across the state.
Trying to herd and move cattle more than 120 miles is next to impossible in 2014. So the riders will be taking the route back to Fort Pierce when they hit the trail this Saturday in Manatee County. But honoring these original Florida crackers and keeping the Cracker Trail alive has historic significance too.
Just the everyday struggles they went through, the heat, the bugs, making camp, were they going to be safe all night? Things like that is something that I'm glad we don't have to deal with, but, they did.
Florida remains one of the nation's top cattle producers, and for the riders that will follow their path, it's a small way of keeping tradition alive. In Manatee County, Brad Davis, ABC Action News.